Hey guys, Rage here, and it's time for the next episode of Rage Question Time. Time is what yeah, I'll stop getting distracted at the start of every episode. So, let's go on to the first question from actually, they've not said their name, but I'm going to read their email name. Christian! Okay? Alright, the question is, hey Rage, I got a good question for Al will be the judge of that. Do you think Minecraft would be a good game for the console? Also, would you think it would be a big hit on the mobile gaming platform? Alright, this is an interesting one actually. Firstly, for consoles, there's already a lot, a lot of Minecraft-inspired / clone games on the 360 indie downloading thingamabob. So, I feel like if Minecraft was to go onto the 360, everyone would just switch to it, and then it would completely take over. The same with the PS3, to be honest. But, personally, I don't think Minecraft-type games work well with the normal controller for the consoles. I think it just feels so much better on PC. So, while I do honestly believe if Minecraft came on consoles, it would be a smash success like it has been on PC, because people would eat that stuff up, they'd just spend all the time on it. I feel the experience of Minecraft feels much better on the PC. As for mobile gaming, well, it's hard to say really, because Minecraft is the type of game that you want to put hours and hours into and working on something, and mobile games are sort of for if you've got half an hour to spare waiting for something, I'll just hop on and do a bit. Now that could apply to Minecraft, like I'll just work on this house for 20 minutes while I wait, but Minecraft is the kind of game that makes you go, just one more wall, and then okay, just another roof, and you know, it really sucks you in. You want to sit down and properly play it for a while. So I don't know, I think it could go either way on mobile gaming. But again, irrelevant of how it would feel, it would still sell like crazy, because let's be honest, it is Minecraft. So yes, I hope I've answered that one okay. Now the next one. Stop! Question time! I like that tagline in the email there. Are you looking forward to Guild Wars 2? See earlier video for what I think on Guild Wars 2. But, you know, I put this question in for the next part. Do you think they will go too far with the whole underwater thing? Now, I've looked at Guild Wars 2 footage and read about it, and I know quite a bit about Guild Wars 2. Guild Wars 2. And at first, I thought the whole underwater thing would be terrible. Like, oh, because I couldn't get out my mind of what swimming is like in WoW, but you've just got to free yourself from the perspective of what swimming is like in current MMOs, because I have seen gameplay footage underwater, and they have done an exceptional job. Like, I'm actually really looking forward to the underwater parts now. Basically, when your character goes underwater, you'll be getting a new set of abilities that are specific for underwater. Let's take the Guardian class for an example. One of their abilities when they go underwater is to tie a sort of energy anchor around an enemy which drags them to the bottom of the ocean. Now that is just sweet, let's be honest. Also, AoE effects become three-dimensional clouds in water. And also the actual swimming mechanics and how the controls feel underwater, they've done a really good job from what I can see from the videos. So I was incredibly skeptical at first, but now that I've seen it properly, I feel it would actually be quite an interesting feature in the game. Right, the next question is from White Fox, and begin question! Okay, what is your favourite type of book, e.g. fantasy, sci-fi, etc.? And what is your favourite book, if you have one? Ending of the question! My favourite type of book is most definitely fantasy. Now, as for favourite books, I don't know. But first of all, a bit more on the sort of genres of books that I like. I hate books based on real life. Even if it's a fantasy story within a real setting, I can't stand it. I want everything to be invented and a carefully crafted world to be told to me by the book. Like, that's so much more interesting to me. Now, as for... I do have a few books which break the rule I just said, but they are very exceptional. Now, as for favourite books, I have quite a few that I really like. I love the series of Unfortunate Events. I love the Skullduggery Pleasant books. What else? I actually quite like the Percy Jackson books. There's the Spooks Apprentice series, the Ranger's Apprentice series, and finally I'd probably go with... There's a book called Best Served Cold, which is a really good standalone book. Right, for mature audiences though. A lot of swearing in that book. And then also a book called The Dwarves. It's like 750 pages of a proper epic based on races of dwarves, which is quite good. So yeah, that's a few of my books for you. Alright, the next question. Hi, Rage! I was wondering what is your opinion on Skyrim, and will you be posting videos of it? And on another note, do you think we need more original ideas from gaming companies instead of polishing up old concepts? Though there has been something of a shift in the market because MOBA games have definitely become more popular recently, but I still see the odd game copying old templates of very popular classics such as WoW. Thanks, love your videos, yours sincerely, Ewan. Ewan? Anyway, interesting question. First of all, we'll get the first one out of the question. Skyrim. I know everyone is wetting themselves for it, but I really, really hated Oblivion. There were so many problems with that game that I couldn't see past. So I am very skeptical about Skyrim. I've seen the trailer, I've seen a few gameplays, and it looks like it's a lot better, but I will be reserving my judgment till actual release. And if I do end up getting it, then you'll probably see some videos, but right now, I'm not really looking forward to it. Alright, the second thing. Now, it's all about the per company, because say if I'm a new games company, and I want to make a lot of money, and I want my own game. Do I A, take a risk and come up with something new, or B, copy and slightly change an existing very popular formula and game, and while it might not sell as well as an amazing original idea, it will definitely sell some and keep me afloat for the next game I would create. So, I mean, obviously a new company is going to choose option B. It's only companies who have an incredible revenue stream, such as Blizzard, such as Valve, you know, the really big companies that can afford to just go, right guys, let's create a brand new game, brand new concept, brand new mechanics, no one's ever seen it before. Because at the end of the day, if it doesn't work, it's no big deal. Blizzard could afford to throw millions into coming up with a new IP, and they wouldn't even think twice if it failed. I mean, of course it wouldn't fail, because it's a Blizzard game. Even if it sucked, it'd still sell like crazy. So it is all about the risk to reward ratio, depending on whether people choose to copy original templates or come up with their own original ideas. But as for what we think we need, it's obviously we need a lot more original ideas. Right now, you could probably narrow down every game into a category. Like every new release, you could say, well, it's pretty much this game with X new features. And there's no games that are coming out where I couldn't say, actually, I don't think I can think of anything which is basically that game. So we definitely need a lot more creativity. It's just, again, publishers don't want to risk a game failing, so they don't let game developers actually be as creative as they probably like to be. I mean, it's a really big topic and I could ramble for a while, but that's just my general thoughts on it. So yes, let's go on to the next question. Yes, so the next question is as follows. To Rage, I love your videos and I was wondering, out of all the characters in games you've ever played, which was your favourite antagonist and why? Adios GameGod25035. Wow, you need a better, more streamlined name. Right, I'm gonna have to say Gordon Freeman from the Half-Life series, mainly because he's completely silent through the entire way. And this is a great tool to use, not having the main character actually say anything. Therefore, you have no idea what his personality actually is, which means it creates a complete blank canvas for the player to sort of import their own feelings and, you know, pretend that character more. Like, if your character never says anything, so you don't know how they actually believe, you can play that character how you would respond in that situation, instead of thinking, well, this character would totally do this. At least that's how I see it anyway. It's one of the reasons why I love the Half-Life series so much. And on the opposite end of the spectrum, other really good antagonist would be someone who does have an incredible personality. And I'm trying to think of one, and I can't really think of a truly shining example of where the main character is so good that you just care so much about what happens to them. Because they're the two options as far as I'm concerned. Having a blank canvas main character, or a character who's so in-depth that you actually really care about what happens to them. In fact, a good example would probably be the latest single-player Final Fantasy game. All the characters, it's effectively a movie. All the characters really in-depth, and, you know, you actually got a feel for them. So, that was another good one. In fact, how long are we on? 9? Alright, I think I'll on the fly again look for a new question. So here we go. Right, I have actually found quite a nice question. Here we go. Hi Rage, I have two questions. Sneaky. What advice can you give me for making gaming videos? I haven't a clue how really to start and would greatly appreciate help from the mighty Rage. 2. More advice giving. I'm in year 12 and I want to go into game design and programming. What should I expect and how hard are the classes? Thanks, David Bonville, founder of DJ Games Inc. Sent from my well, I'm glad it sent one from your iPhone, man, I feel much better now. No, I feel dirty all over iPhone. Right, so, part 1. The first thing for making a video, I'd say if you're going to start out making a new gaming channel with your first ever videos when you've got a tiny subscriber base, is, I know this sounds corny, but choose a game which is already mega popular. Okay, step 1 is choose a game that is mega popular. Example, Minecraft. Step 2, do something in that game that none of the major channels have already done. Step 3, make sure your actual commentary is coherent, entertaining, and not full of and step 4, for God's sake, get a good quality mic. The amount of people who have mics where it's just like while they're talking is infuriating. Literally, if those 4 steps are met, a really popular game, a fresh take on it, coherent and interesting commentary with a good quality mic, you will start and just... Oh yeah, step 5, regular release, okay? 1 video a day, meeting those 4 things, and you will just start to get a really nice following. I mean, that's what I did anyway, and I think it worked for me, obviously. Alright, number 2. So, what you would expect from game design and programming. Now, design and programming are vastly different. Programming, if you like maths, if you like number crunching, if you like a lot of technical typing and problem solving, sitting, looking at loads of text, typing stuff in, programming is for you. Whereas design, if you're creative, like modeling, like building up 3D shapes in a software package, and really doing the visual aspect, then obviously design is for you. Now, what you would expect for them is exactly what it says in the tin, honestly. Now, I don't know what subjects you're actually doing, so I can't really use anything as an example. And as for how hard they are, as for how fun they are, if you are into what you are doing, which you probably should be at uni, obviously the classes will be fun. Personally, I'm having a great time with the current games design course. We're doing some really cool stuff and using some good software. So honestly, I'd decide whether you're the mathsy or the creative route, choose which one you like, and honestly go for it, because it is so good. And even if it is hard, if you find it fun, you will put in the effort and get better at it. So, alright, that'll do for this, this couple days game, Rage Question Time. I hope you've enjoyed it, and, you know, feel free to bounce back your opinions in the comments if you disagree with anything I've said, or, you know, just add to it. Alright, my name's been Rage. Bye. Oh yeah, quickly, almost forgot. Send your own questions in. I'm actually running quite low on questions. So make them thought-provoking and, you know, the type of caliber that you've seen in this episode. And don't just ask stuff like, do more Minecraft, or will you do, you know, stuff like that. So send them to the email on screen and in the description. So yeah, goodbye, the second.